What's up, fragrance family? This is Tyler with Simply Fragrances, and today I'm giving you my second impression. Yeah, man, this stinks. It's my second impression of Creed Aventus 10th anniversary. Literally just did the video not too long ago, and it didn't save. Yeah, so yeah, I hit the record button, and then I was scrolling through, meant to delete a picture, and deleted the video. So that sucks. But that's the downside of not having a computer and only having a phone. But we're gonna go ahead and redo it, and yeah. So let's get this going. Give me 1 second here, real quick. I'm gonna set the mood here, get the mood going just right. I figured with an anniversary edition, kind of dress up a little bit, and then I play a little bit of some smooth jazz. Hope you guys like it. All right, guys. Like I said, this is Tyler Simply Fragrances. This is going to be my review and, unfortunately, second impression of Creed Aventus 10th anniversary. But I'll still do the box review, and I'll give you my thoughts, and we'll get going. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Really does help me out. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it, and if you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. I honestly just want honest opinions. I want honest criticism and honest feedback. I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts and honest videos, so I expect the same in return. So this one is actually brought to you guys by you guys. So I did a video probably a month and a half ago, somewhere in there, when I very first got this, if I should open it or keep it. Just keep it in there. And I left up to you guys, put a poll, and only 2 people went in there and told me what I should do or what they thought I should do, and they both said to open it. It's been a month and a half, and I don't think anyone else is going to comment on it, so I went ahead and I opened it, and here we go. So this was a little bit hard for me to do, just because coming from like a collector's point of view, man, I want to keep it in the box, keep it pristine, and just put it on the shelf and never look at it, or never open it, only look at it, coming from a collector's standpoint. But from a fragrance enthusiast, from a reviewer side, from just a cologne and fragrance lover, I'm like, what are you doing, you big dummy? Go ahead and open it. You got Aventus, man, wear it, enjoy it, experience it. And so, you know, it's kind of a tug of war, so to speak. So that's why I left it up to you guys, and apparently the crowd has spoken. So even though it was only 2, you guys did it. So went ahead and opened it. So let's go ahead and get into this. Now, I'm going to kind of smell the dry down and then give you a fresh spray, tell you what I smell in the opening. But before I do that, let's go ahead and get into the box presentation. I am going to turn the light off just for a second, so that way it's not super glary. Let's go ahead and get into this. So this is the box presentation of it. So it just looks like a normal Creed Aventus box, except that it has the 10th anniversary logo, and it's got these little triangles on the side of it. You'll find on the bottle here in a second. But normal Creed Aventus logo, Creed house name. You got the 100 ml, 3.3 fluid ounces. On top, you got the Creed, a little bit about the house. On the back, you got a little bit more of the ingredients and, you know, kind of about the house. And then the perfumer, the perfumer's name down there, Paris. And then on the bottom here, you're gonna have the lot. Now this one kind of confused me at first, but because it said A4220, so I was like, well, what do you mean 22? It's not even 22 yet, but it's actually A2 and then 20 CO1. So it's a 2020 batch, so 20 CO1, 20 CO1 in to be exact. So that is the batch that I got. And then something else I want to preface just here real quick, bear with me, to some of the new guys out there who might, you know, have never bought a Creed Aventus or kind of have questions about it. If you're buying from like another seller or anything that's not from a boutique, some things to look out for. On the sides here, you can see that it's solid black on all the sides. On some of the counterfeit boxes, there'll be like a white line on there. That's a telltale sign that it is fake. Another thing that sometimes they don't come with, in the real box, you're gonna get these 2 little cards like this. So it's gonna say Creed, have a lot of information about the house, and then it's gonna have this little picture of like Erwin and his dad, since it's handed down from father to son. So keep in mind, sometimes they don't come with it, sometimes they do, so it can be a little trickier. You know, bottles are getting kind of tricky now to really authenticate, but those are just a couple little telltale signs when you're buying. So especially with something like this, I guarantee there's going to be 100,000 counterfeits out there. I don't want you guys buying the wrong stuff. When in doubt, if you have to, I never recommend buying retail or anything like that. But if it's something that's special, when you'll make sure 100%, unless you know the seller or something, might want to go ahead and buy retail. I'm not telling you to do it, but I know a guy who bought this from retail and got it from him. So I trust him. Always make sure you trust your people. So shout out to you, Luke. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into the bottle presentation. I'm gonna keep the light off just for one more second so I can give you this, and then we'll go ahead and move forward. All right, so this is the bottle presentation. Now, upon initial sighting and looking at it, I absolutely hated this bottle. Absolutely hated it. I thought it was super tacky. I'm like, what in the hodgepodge puzzle board is this? Like this is their 10th anniversary edition bottle. What are they thinking? But after having it, holding in my hand, I kind of enjoy it now. Now, as you can see along the sides here, you have these little triangles. Not really sure what those are about, but they are very shiny and illuminate. And then you have the Creed Aventus 10th anniversary logo, and then you have the normal Creed bottle. Now, what's different about this, I mean, other than like the triangles and stuff like that, which I kind of do enjoy now because they're textured, so they have a bit of a feel to it. So I find that kind of enjoyable, and it's shiny. So who doesn't like something shiny, right? But the bottle is definitely the newer style bottles, but it's solid black, almost just like the Creed Green Irish Tweed bottles. So it's got that solid matte black, just like a Green Irish Tweed bottle would, and then it has like a silver cap, just like Silver Mountain Water. So I don't know, I haven't really done any research on this. I don't know if there's any facts behind this, but I wonder if they were trying to like take some of the other best sellers and like put it into this just as like commemoration, saying, hey, Creed Aventus is the king, but here's some other top seller. I don't 100% know, not even gonna lie, but we'll move past that. So and it's got the little silver cap, like I said, and then on top it does have the black crown, which I personally really enjoy that. So that is the bottle presentation. Now, another thing that I'll get into here real quick, it does have the silver cap, just like the Silver Mountain Water, instead of the regular Creed Aventus having the black cap. So little subtle details in there, but they are noticeable. And then one other quick thing just before we move forward, I'm gonna take the atomizer top off just real quick. Another thing to always look for, especially whenever there's like collector's items, because you're gonna get people trying to fake it and stuff like that, look for this white ring on the inside of the atomizer. That is another telltale sign of a real or a fake bottle. Now, sometimes you can't tell, and they put fake juice inside a real bottle. I mean, there's all kinds of different things. So people are getting smarter, so just know who you're buying from. All right, guys, so that was the bottle presentation. Now, I do have the dry down, but I'm gonna give a fresh spray just in spite of the video. Turn the light back on here. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you the atomizer here real quick. It might be a little weird just because I took the atomizer off, but man, Creed, man, they know how to do atomizers right. Let me tell you, they spray out so much juice. So here is the fresh spray on. Here is the dry down that's probably been about 15-20 minutes ago. So let's go ahead and give the initial spray, and oh my gosh, guys, this is so good. I'm in love with this stuff. So right off the bat, put that dry down right here. Right off the bat, you get a lot of pineapple, a lot of apple, and a lot of bergamot. But I'm gonna leave the notes up for you right here so you can see. So apple, pineapple, bergamot. But what's really awesome in here is there's orange in here, and I can definitely pick that up. And that's what I think is my favorite thing about this. Honestly, 100%, is the orange comes in here, it mixes with the apple and pineapple and that bergamot, and it just really ties it together, and it gives it even more of like this tropical vibe. Don't get me wrong, pineapple is very tropical, and it makes you think of ocean life and island life, but that orange being in there really tips it off, and man, I freaking love it. Like that just, it ties it together so well. I'm so glad that I opened this, honestly, 100%. Like, man, this is really, really good stuff. And then as it kind of starts to dry down a little bit, even just right now, I'm picking up on the rose, which is really, really great for me because I've never been able to smell the rose or the black. I mean, obviously I smell the black currant, but I'm picking up the rose pretty heavily in the dry down. So it's got this floral, you know, nuisance to it. But man, you get a blast of just fresh pineapple, orange, and then apple citrus in the opening. You get the black currant, you get the birch in there, and man, it is just amazing. That orange really ties it in there, and then you get that vanilla, the rose, and man, it is spectacular. Honestly, well done, Creed. I'm so glad that I got this. Thank you so much, Luke, man. You're one in a million, buddy. This stuff is so good. So initial first reaction, again, so second reaction, man, this stuff is amazing. Now, the dry down, it's like I said, been sitting about 20 minutes or so. It's so, so good, guys. It's a creamy vanilla rose birch with black currant, pineapple, and orange. And oh my gosh, it's so good. A little bit of sandalwood in there. And just a little tiny hint. And I'm really trying to train my nose. I'm trying to get better at this. I can pick up the jasmine in there, and it is so, so, so good. This stuff is well worth the money. Like, it's so well blended, so well crafted. I'm so glad to have this in my collection. Man, this has, like, not being weird, honestly, like, not that I'm a weird dude or anything like that, but coming from, like, a lover of, like, fragrances, like, this is what it's all about. Like, this almost puts a tear in my eye for how well blended this is. I can tell the craftsmanship behind this, and I can tell that love and just, man, just they did their thing on this one. This is well done. And I'm super happy to have this. So coming from like a fragrance enthusiast and lover, man, this stuff is what it's all about. This is why we get into this hobby, because we can pick up those subtle differences and nuances, and you know, we can pick this batch over that batch because of we like the opening or we like the dry down, or you know, vice versa. People are going to tell you all the time, hey, Creed Aventus smells like Creed Aventus, and there is, you know, some truth to that. But you know, they say never go down the batch or rabbit hole. Honestly, I mean, you guys do you, but there are certain batches that I do like better. Like, not gonna lie, this is my favorite 19 batch. This is 19P01. My second favorite batch is 19S31. Yeah, S31. I love them both because the P01 that I have, it's super just pineapple punch in your face, like nothing but pineapple, and I love that in the summertime. The 19S N30 or 19S31, it's a little bit more of, it's kind of got like a smoky background into it, and I really enjoy that. And then I also have a 17 N01, and man, I love that one because it's got more of an apple vanilla in there. So you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you do get the Creed Aventus vibe, but when you train yourself, you can pick up those subtle differences, and it makes it worth it, to me at least. So that's just my little rant, I guess. But yeah, guys, this stuff is super solid. I give this a 10 out of 10, hardcore, 10 out of 10. It's a 10th anniversary, so, I mean, it's just a 10 out of 10. Occasions to wear this, I think this is really more suited for like spring, summertime, but I mean, this one with the black currant and the smoky vibe in the background, you could wear it really all year round. Really wouldn't see it being worn in winter just because it doesn't give any kind of a wintry vibe, but if you had to and you wanted to, rock this bad boy out. I mean, I'm not here to tell you what to do or what not to do, but definitely spring and summertime, this is a must-have, and I'm going to be wearing the crap out of this thing. Even though it is a limited edition, I'm going to wear it because I like it, so I might even buy another bottle. Like, this stuff is that good. Now, like I said, occasions, yeah, all year round, potentially, but spring, summer, this would be a great office fragrance, great date night fragrance. Normally, I would say this would be a good casual, just, you know, running errands type fragrance if you want to smell good. But with it being limited edition, might keep it to those kind of date nights and, you know, special occasions like graduations, weddings, you know, stuff like that. Office, you know, dinners if you're, you know, in for a promotion or something like that, you know what I mean? But just the overall smell behind it, if it wasn't limited edition, man, this rock this everywhere you go, because it is just versatile. Yeah, guys, that's kind of that's gonna do it for me, I guess. Man, I don't want to go on too much longer. The video's gone kind of long enough, but man, super solid. Love this stuff. If you guys can, grab it before it's gone. This stuff is a gem, absolute gem. Man, I'm so thankful that I have this in my collection. Don't get me wrong, I do like my 19 PO1, but now I got 2, and man, I'm super excited for it. Also, I did mention a couple weeks ago that I'm looking for a 120 ml bottle, preferably in the 17 batches. I like those just a bit more. That's just kind of my own personal preference, but really I'll take anything I can get if it's in the good price range. So if you guys know someone or have a 120 ml bottle that you'd be willing to sell, swap, whatever, comment down below, and maybe we can make something happen. So all right, guys, that's gonna do it for this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun, and man, this stuff is, man, super solid. So, all right, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Remember, if you love it, wear it.